I open the Bernards Township Committee meeting for April 29th, 2025. Please stand for the flag salute. Mayor's opening meeting statement. Adequate notice of this meeting was posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, 1 Collar Lane, Basking Ridge, on the township website and emailed to the Bernardsville News, Whippany, the Courier News, Bridgewater, tapinto.net, patch.com, and filed with the township clerk on December 18, 2024. Any motion to go into closed session will included that the matters discussed at such closed session will be disclosed to the public when such matters are finally determined, and there is no further discussion or reason to prohibit the public from disclosure of information related to such matters. No new business will be introduced after 10:30 p.m. Public comments will be accepted at all meetings. Speakers will be limited to 5 minutes each. All meetings will adjourn no later than 11:30 p.m. Roll call, Christy.
Ms. Duarte McCarthy?
Here.
Mr. McNally?
Here.
Mr. Tancredi?
Here.
Mayor Fields?
Here.
And Ms. Acey will be joining us later.
Executive session, Christy.
None this evening, Mayor.
Resolution 2025-0181.
Recognizing the Ridge High School fencing team win at the 2024-2025 New Jersey State Championship.
We have a resolution. Congratulations to the Ridge High School boys fencing team on their outstanding victory at the 2024-2025 New Jersey State Championship, securing the first state title and second in 3 years. The team demonstrated exceptional skills and teamwork throughout the tournament. Notably, Reed Cogenti achieved his 100th dual victory during the competition, underscoring the team's dedication and excellence. This remarkable achievement continues Ridge's tradition of fencing excellence and highlights the hard work and commitment of the athletes, coaching staff, and their parents. Well done, Ridge fencing team. Can I have a motion? Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Would you like to say something before we pass the resolution?
Yeah, sure. The Ridge High School fencing team has won its second state title in 3 years and had its 9th appearance in the state finals in the past 11. The sport of fencing requires agility, precision, and tactical thinking. This team, with the guidance of their coaches, has surely mastered all those qualities. The dedication of your time and talents, along with the support of your parents, has truly paid dividends. So congratulations to all of you. Good luck to the seniors who will be moving on next year. Your excellence has made both Ridge and Bernards proud. Thank you.
So I'm Anna Duarte McCarthy, one of the committee members, and among the achievements, it was extraordinary that you came in as the 12th seed, and that, you were not underdogs because you obviously qualified to be there, but to come in as the 12th seed and then to advance as you did is extraordinary. So congratulations on that. It's also wonderful to be a student athlete. It's a lot of work, a lot of hours competing. My husband actually fenced in college. His weapon was foil and saber, and I was telling him about your win in this competition, and it's something that requires strategy, it requires agility, as David said, and a little bit of luck, and I think just to get to an extraordinary outcome as you did is wonderful. To your parents and your coaches, all those hours that your young person is spending in their sport, there are times they come home so disappointed, and many times we're the ones that help to say, you can get another opportunity to succeed, and succeed you did. So congratulations to all of you. You've represented us beautifully, and wishing you all the best in the future. So congratulations.
Andrew, would you like to say something?
Sure, I'll be very brief, but I just wanted to say congratulations to all the members of the team, the parents and coaches. I'm always taken aback by what tremendous talent we have at our schools here in Basking Ridge, Bernards Township. And congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm going to present the resolution to the fencing team. Take a picture up front.
Head coach.
Where'd you want to? Where'd you want to? Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, very good. Facing down? Face that way. Face your crown.
You guys can lean over.
Come on, man. Okay, everyone around. Get crown into it. You guys can do it.
You want to say something? You want to say something?
Okay. Next is Resolution 20250217.
Recognizing April as Autism Acceptance Month.
We have a resolution for Autism Month. April is recognized as Autism Acceptance Month, a time to honor the unique experience and strength of individuals on the autism spectrum. This month encourages greater understanding, inclusion, and support for autistic people and their families, while also promoting respect, dignity, and the celebration of neurodiversity in all communities. Let us work together to build a more accepting and inclusive world where everyone is valued for who they are. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Would you like to say something?
Sure. In 1988, President Reagan issued the first official proclamation to declare April National Autism Month to recognize the millions of people living with autism spectrum disorder, ASD. At that time, autism affected 1 in 1,000 children. Today, ADS affects 1 in 54 children in the United States. Autism is a condition related to brain development that impacts how a person perceives and socializes with others, causing problems with social interaction and communication. This month is an opportunity to celebrate the unique gifts and abilities of the individuals on the spectrum. As a governing body, we can foster autism awareness by advocating for autism-friendly programs and policies, supporting local organizations and initiatives that promote autism awareness and provide vital resources, support, and services to those individuals and families. As community leaders, we have a responsibility to raise awareness and set an example of understanding and acceptance to those affected by this disorder.
Mayor, I could make a few comments.
Please.
It's important to recognize the opportunity for awareness and respect for individuals with autism and their families and teachers. There is a critical need for effective and appropriate programs for individuals in the community. And there are a couple of things that have happened in the community. I'll mention a few. One of these solutions has been the development of 6 group homes in Bernards Township in partnership with Our House Foundation, supporting adults with disabilities, including adults with autism. We also have community partners such as the YMCA, which has long offered programming, including Saturdays in Motion, where autistic children from ages 3 to 17 and their families join together at the Somerset Hills YMCA on Saturdays for 2 hours of recreation. Last month, a few of the parents of adult children with intellectual and developmental disabilities met with the Somerset Hills YMCA leadership along with me to talk about ways to expand some of the existing programs, and there is strong energy to do so. So this is actually brand new, so I'm going to share something that's just happened. One of our residents who's here tonight, Sue Trapp, spoke to us about an idea. Sue had worked with the New Jersey Golf Association and suggested that we run a golf clinic for adults with IDD. I'm the liaison to the committee and took the idea to the chair, Greg Angelillo, and Jen Gander, head of Parks and Rec. They were supportive and connected us to the New Jersey Golf Foundation. Greg Zohodvets, Director of Operations of the New Jersey Golf Foundation, loved the idea. It is one of the 3 pillars of the foundation: youth, military, and special needs. The PGA of America is committed to making the game of golf accessible for all, including the implementation of programs that promote inclusion within the sport. I'm very pleased to share that we will be running a clinic for 4 sessions for 10 adults, June 5th through June 26th, which will be free of charge, and this will be an adaptive golf clinic. So please, I know some folks have already registered. We shared that information last night, but this is a good opportunity to offer an innovative program that is indeed accessible to all. So these are a few examples of some of the programs and solutions being put in place. And while there's progress, there's a lot more to do. So I'm pleased that we are presenting this resolution this evening. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Andrew?
I can't say it any better than my colleagues did. I'm most pleased that we're doing this resolution tonight, celebrating the autistic members of our community. Thank you.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 We're going to do the take a picture and resolution. I know Lily's here and Lindsay's here, and if anybody else is here for the resolution, we're going to meet up front, take a picture. Next is Resolution 2025-0219.
Recognizing the Ridge Hockey Middle School Junior Devils Team 2025 Middle School A Division Championship title.
Congratulations to the Ridge Hockey Middle School Junior Devils on their remarkable achievement in securing the 2025 Middle School A Division Championship title. This victory underscores the dedication, teamwork, and skills of players and coaching staff. The Ridge Ice Hockey Association, established in 1995, has consistently supported and developed young talent. This championship adds to its legacy of excellence. The Junior Devils' success is a testament to the program's commitment to fostering leadership, discipline, and sportsmanship, both on and off the ice. Well done to all, and especially thanks to their families for supporting them. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
My colleagues?
Sure. So congratulations to the Ridge Hockey Middle School Junior Devils. Under the guidance of head coach Tim Daggert and assistant coach Mike Sweeney, the team has demonstrated exceptional dedication and skill to reach this championship level. Hockey is a physically demanding sport that requires countless hours of practice to master all the necessary skills. The team's hard work and commitment have truly paid off, and their success is a testament to their perseverance and teamwork.
Well, congratulations. This is really extraordinary. And I was reading that you were formed in 1995, which was the year my daughter was born. So this association is now nearly 30 years old, and that this was also your 4th attempt, and were successful. And that's extraordinary. You know, you will always remember this. I remember when my 7th and 8th grade softball team won the CYO championship, and I'm a lot older than all of you. So this is exceptional, and there are a couple of things I wanted to share. So first and foremost, being on a team is a wonderful life lesson. You learn to work together, you learn to collaborate, you look out for each other. When someone's not having a great game, the other people help and support. So these are great skills that you will carry forward in life. Another thing is how you play the game. You know, sportsmanship really matters, and I know some of your parents, and my perspective is that you represent us well on and off the ice. And it does matter, because how you show up and how you work with your teammates reflects not only on you, but on the whole team. So the fact that you rose to this level of championship, to me, means that this was a solid, integrated, and well-performing team. So well done. And then also to your parents and your families, I don't know what time you have to get up to get on the ice. My husband used to drive his brother at 5 a.m. to ice hockey practice, so I'm not sure what time you get on the ice, but to that extent, it's a lot of support from parents and families to get kids to where they need to be, to support the practice, to get to the games, you know, and that matters. So I'm really happy that all of that energy and that passion for your family and your children has succeeded in getting this wonderful championship. So congratulations to all of you. Well done.
Andrew?
Yes, thank you. We have such tremendous talent in our community, and this team is no exception. Congratulations to all players, the coaches, the parents who did so much to work to get this great achievement. So congratulations to you all.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, team, coaches, I'm going to take a picture with the resolution.
Guys, let me stand in the back. Forward, you are late. No, I'm not being in the middle. No, no, no. Charlie's holding. Get closer, boys.
It's when Mike was Mike Rowe, and he said it was from 5 a.m.
Thank you again.
Oh, you're so well, thanks. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Hi. Say your son.
Christie, Public Works session?
None this evening, Mayor.
Correspondence?
None this evening.
Next is public comment. Comments are welcome during the public comment period during this meeting on any agenda item or other matters over which the Township Committee has jurisdiction. However, if an ordinance is listed for its own public hearing on the agenda, please hold your comments for that particular public hearing. The public comment portion of the agenda is not structured as a question and answer session, but rather offers an opportunity to share your thoughts with the Township Committee. The committee may or may not address these comments during the meeting. However, all comments are considered. To address this body, the speaker must come forward to the microphone and state his or her name and address for the record. Each speaker is limited to 5 minutes. The clerk will keep time. Please promptly yield the floor when the time is up and return to your seat. Your cooperation and adherence to these rules of order will ensure an orderly and respectful meeting. Open for public comment.
Hi, I'm Lily Yip, and I reside at 39 Sentinel Drive in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. I am disappointed that the final vote on April 15th was in favor of the largest apartment complex of 574 family units in Burnett's Township history. This will be a financial burden to taxpayers and the schools, as well as the community in general in terms of traffic and other factors. This must be noted that the final vote goes against what the planning board deemed as inconsistent with the master plan. This final vote was also against many residents that voiced opposition and other concerns. Why would township committee members vote against the planning board and many concerned residents? Why weren't other plans considered, especially other possible plans that included special needs housing, which brings double tax credits? You were elected to serve the residents. I urge you to reconsider, to uphold your promise to not overdevelop in beautiful Burnett's Township. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tyler Stein, Riverside Drive. So Westgate was actually approved probably 2 years ago in a different form, but still a development. So we're just using the development that's already been approved for. My question is about the table organization for the police department. I know we lost the chief of police. Did we lose 2 more officers this year? It was, I don't recall losing 3 people at one time. We were hiring 3 more. Not against the new officers, but it's very costly, and we need to keep an eye on that.
Just so you know, we had retirements.
So we had 2 more. We had 3 retirements then. Yes. Okay.
And one person went to the sheriff's department.
Yeah, one.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Just
well,
want to make sure
that
you
explains
know
it.
what
No,
that is.
that's a question.
Yes, okay.
I don't recall. On Saturday, I was up here to sit and have something to drink and reading, and I noticed somebody come around 2:30 to the police department to try to get access into the police department. Of course, the door is locked. And I drove down there and to speak to them, and luckily the officer had just pulled in, so they were able to take care of the person. This is an ongoing problem that I've complained about since we've got rid of the dispatch. Having nobody at that desk, at those doors open only Monday through Friday from about 8 o'clock to about 4:30. The town doesn't run on that type of schedule. It's a 24-hour town. And I would like to see somebody there. Now that we have more officers, there's no reason why we can't have somebody in there. They could be doing other paperwork or other things. And if they're done with it, then they could rotate another officer off the street and have it. But I think it's embarrassing not to have the police headquarters open for people to come in to access police questions. What if somebody was being chased from the high school and then they're pulling on that door and not even thinking about that call button they need to push to speak to the county, which is about 10 miles away, so they're not going to come and help them. I like to see that door open. I like to see, somebody there so the public has access in case they really need the emergency. What if somebody had a baby they want to drop off? Legally, they could drop that baby sitting on the front porch, and nobody will ever know about it until an officer happens to walk up that way. I'd like to see somebody up there. I think it's a necessary evil. I know we don't want to spend the money, but I know there's got to be an officer there most of the time anyway. Another question is, I know a contract was signed for picking up clothing at the town recycling center. There's still no boxes there since that was signed. And I'd like to see some boxes there some way. I know it's great we're getting money for no boxes sitting there, but the whole purpose of it is to have people give their clothing over so it's not being put in the dumps and thrown out. And other people who really need the clothing, or even the rags, the old stuff could be used. And I'd just like to see those boxes there. I know I was up there, I think last Saturday, I saw no boxes there. So,
Look into it.
yeah. And I think that's all I have to crab about today. Sorry to take up your time.
Thank you, Todd.
Bye-bye.
No, thank you. We'll look into that with the boxes. Anyone else?
Hi, Lindsay Panucci, 146 Linden Drive. I just wanted to, as co-president of Bernard's Parents for Exceptional Children, I wanted to thank you all for the resolution tonight as April, recognizing April as Autism Acceptance Month. What we've learned over the last year or two is an introduction actually into the switch from Autism Awareness Month to Autism Acceptance Month. And what was explained to us, especially by parents who have children who are autistic, that awareness is great, but by now most people have the awareness. And inclusion and acceptance is really what the goal is and what they're looking for. So I want to thank you for the programs that you spoke about tonight, Anna. Hearing about that golf program is really amazing and just a testament to exactly that, of acceptance and inclusion and allowing all individuals in our community to be part of the activities that are offered instead of having just separate things that they have to attend to. So I just wanted to take a moment and thank you for that, and thank you for recognizing April for such a great cause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On that note, I'd like to, and Anna had said it before, I'd like to acknowledge Sue Trapp for her initiative on the golf program that Anna educated us about, which is a great program, and I'm happy her initiative, Anna was able to fulfill that, and it's an exceptional program, so I want to thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Anyone else? I'm going to close public comment. Next is staff comments, township committee comments, and board of liaisons reports. Pat?
Thank you, Mayor. Earlier this evening, we swore in some new police officers. Welcome to our 3 new officers, Joseph Gorky, Justin Carney, and Stephanie Corona Morales. So congratulations and welcome to our town. That's all I have, Mayor.
Christy?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The next Township Committee meeting scheduled for May 13th, 2025 is canceled due to a lack of quorum. The following meeting will be May 27th, 2025, beginning at 7:30 p.m. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. John?
No, thank you, Mayor.
Jen?
Sure, thank you. So apologies for being late. Tonight was the last elementary music program for my 5th graders, so it was awesome to be in the Ridge Pack, and thanks to having that paved road, so it was easier to get from Ridge over to here, although the traffic with it was like rush hour traffic with the dismissal of the athletic activities and the pack, so here I am. I'm going to leave Anna to speak about Arbor Day, but I just wanted to express my gratitude on April the 25th for the wonderful program, Anna, that you and the Shade Tree Commission did for some of our elementary schools. It was really a pleasure to see the benefit to those 5th graders, so I'll let you speak about that. Looking forward, I'm excited to attend on May the 1st the New Jersey 2025 Film Expo in the Meadowlands Arena. So I'll be working and interacting with others in the film industry, again, as an effort to attract additional opportunities to our community for additional revenue streams. Additionally, from a Board of Health perspective, on May the 12th, there is a type 2 diabetes prevention detective management program at 5:30 at the Bernards Township Library. And again, tremendous gratitude to our Board of Health for organizing this. Many of you may know or may not know that you can actually prevent type 2 diabetes. So this is a wonderful program about what it is, who's at risk, and potentially how you can prevent it. So thanks to our Board of Health for creating that program. If you're interested, please look on the website and register for that. I wanted to speak just very briefly about the topic of the 2025 municipal budget. Again, a huge thank you to each of our department heads, Sean McCarthy and Pat Monaco, for developing what's been proposed. We know that for most residents, property tax costs are within the top 3 concerns. And that's why we should always be thoughtful about ensuring that our town is efficiently run without sacrificing the high quality of municipal services provided. And as we learned in late 2024, there is a need for economic development for our community. The taxes paid to Bernards Township are paid by both commercial and residential taxpayers. Going back to 1989, the commercial portion of taxes was 23%. Based on estimates in 2024, it was approximately 10%, equating to a loss of 13%. What does this mean to us residential taxpayers? It means that we're paying extra to make up for the loss of commercial taxes. So if we estimated the impact of property tax paying residents, for illustration, for the average assessed home in 2024, which at that time was $785,000, there was approximately a $2,000 burden per year. This means that for the average $785,000 home, homeowners are paying an extra $2,000 because we've lost commercial taxpayers. When we learned of the issue, we shared it at a township committee meeting in 2024. This issue still needs to be addressed. We must try to lessen the burden on our residential taxpayers. Cutting costs in the municipal budget is not the solution to the imbalance problem, especially in light of the budget issues for other entities, especially the Board of Education. We need to be proactively active to address this imbalance. The solution is to attract commercial businesses to existing commercial locations that are vacant or underutilized. I'd like to work with other colleagues to address the issue. Most importantly, I'd love to hear from our community regarding the types of businesses they'd like to see within our township. Thank you.
David? Thanks, Mayor. Charter Day is May 17th. It's going to be from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Also, Parks and Rec, the adult pickleball and youth tennis lessons. Saturday sessions begin on April 26th and are available through June 21st. Pool season is coming upon us pretty quick. The pool will be opened May 24th. They're actually going to be filling it this Saturday. And the next extended hours for pool ID members, pool IDs is May 19th, and that would run from 8:30 in the morning to 7 p.m. at night. There's also a new caregiver pass policy that's been established for adult members with disabilities who have a court-appointed legal guardian. So please contact the Parks and Rec office if you need that pass. And also, employment opportunities are still available for summer rec programs and pool lifeguards. And I just want to thank Sean and Pat for all their work on the budget and keeping things to a minimum. Thank you.
Anna? Sure. So a couple of announcements. The Environmental Commission is participating in the Great Swamp Watershed Association Native Plant Sale this Saturday, May 3rd. The plant sale will promote that people adopt the use of native plant gardens across the region, and they play a critical role in providing essential habitats for pollinator insects and bird communities. So if you have already purchased a native plant, the pickup is at Ross Farm from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. As Jen mentioned, the Shade Tree Commission was very active this past Friday on Arbor Day, where we celebrate across the country the importance of our tree canopy. We had presentations at 2 local elementary schools, Liberty Corner and Oak Street School, where each of the children learned more about the importance of trees and how to care and more importantly, the importance to preventing soil erosion and preventing carbon monoxide and other areas of environment that are becoming increasingly problematic. That being said, each child took a tree home, and they were told to ask their parent where to plant it. So it's a really fun day for them. And we also had each of the schools, the kids read the resolution that we passed on April 15th. So this is the second year that we've introduced this program, and we hope to continue it in the coming year. I've already talked about the golf program that's been launched beginning in June, so we're really excited about that adaptive golf program. The Municipal Alliance will be coming with its Twilight Run on June 1st. This is an important opportunity to support our efforts to provide education around alcohol, tobacco, and other substances. And it's a 5K run and a mile walk, so we hope that those of you can consider joining it to support this important cause. And then the Agricultural Advisory Committee has met, planning for the coming year. It's a good reminder for all of us to support our local farms, which are, if you look on our website, if you're not familiar with them, on the Agricultural Advisory Committee page, there's a great interactive map that shows each of the farms. And I encourage you to visit. They're really one of our treasures here in this community. And I'll reserve my comments around the budget for when we have that presentation.
Thank you
for
waiting. Andrew?
I too would like to congratulate our newly sworn in officers and reiterate what Dave said. May 17th is Charter Day. Beginning at noon downtown. A lot of our fellow neighbors there.
Thank you. So updates, the library, they're having a Mother's Day market and photo shoot on Saturday, May 3rd from 10 to 4. So go to the library's website to sign up if you're interested in doing a photo shoot for Mother's Day. But also they will have a market day if you'd like to go and do some shopping on May 3rd from 10 to 4. I'd like to thank all that attended the Liberty Corner Fire Company's Spring Comedy Night fundraiser. We always appreciate your support in supporting our volunteer Liberty Corner Fire Company. Thank you for all that attended. And Farmstead, they're busy as usual. They have an art show from April 26th to the 30th. They have a Potter's Guild Saturday and Sunday, May 3rd and 4th at 11 a.m. It's a show and also sale of some pottery, so stop by. And I'm pretty excited about this one. They're going to have a barn dance on May 9th from 7 to 9 with music and dancing and lots of fun. So we hope that you'll attend that. So you can go to the Farmstead website. Also, my colleague had mentioned the economic and development. We do have a subcommittee on that, and there are members of the TC that are participating in that, and I am meeting with them next week to discuss what we are going to do about that. So just wanted to follow up on that. Charter Day, like Andrew had mentioned, is Saturday, May 17th. We'll be celebrating our 265th anniversary. Charter Day is an annual event which celebrates the history and 1760 charter of Bernards Township and showcases community, groups, businesses, talents with food and lots of fun events for the kids, which I always love when they have the bouncy house. My kids always love that. The opening ceremony will start at 12 p.m. in downtown Basking Ridge area. The festivities will go on till 6 p.m. Parking is available at the municipal lot on South Maple Avenue, directly across the street from Bernards Township Library. And then also the walkway connects to the parking area where you can get onto Finley Avenue where the Charter Day will take place. It's certainly the best event that we have all year, so we hope to see you there. And our Memorial Day Parade will be on Monday, March 26th at 9 a.m. And this year, the Liberty Corner Fire Company will be hosting. So the parade will actually be taking part in Liberty Corner section of town. So it will start at 9 a.m. in the Liberty Corner section of town. So that is always an exciting event to have. And I'd like to also thank again the Liberty Corner Fire Company because they're running the event this year. So. That's all I have. Next is unfinished business, 2025 municipal budget and golf utility presentation.
Thanks, Mayor. So we do have our 2025 budget prepared for public hearing and adoption tonight. presentation up here. No luck there. Yep. Sorry, bear with us one second. Okay, well, I'll just run through what we have to review on the budget. We did do a broader presentation on the budget and introduction back in March. So this is just to kind of recap some of those highlights on the budget. Our full state budget document, as well as our user-friendly budget, are all posted to the Township's website on the finance page, so those can all be viewed there, as well as the budget detail that's attached to the agenda tonight. Our auditors, Mon Lee and Caitlin Orton, are here with us tonight. They've reviewed our budget information, so we are all clear to adopt following our public hearing tonight. So I'll just hit some of the highlights. Our budget as proposed remains unchanged from introduction at $48,534,609. The amount to be raised by taxation to fund the budget comes to $23,507,490, and that represents an increase of 3.44% over 2024. And then lastly, our tax rate stands at 0.253 per $100 of assessed value, and that rate is down 6.19% from last year. One of the things we wanted to highlight at our presentation tonight for adoption is looking at the capital budget specifically. So total capital funding comes to just over $7.5 million, which again I mentioned represents an increase to our capital program of just over $785,000. So as we mentioned and we discussed in introduction, one of the primary goals for this year's budget was to continue to build our capital program funding so we can maintain Township's infrastructure moving forward. And one of the things that we were very happy to see for this year's budget is that we are effectively increasing that budget-funded capital program over the last few years. So if you look back to 2021 through this year, you'll see an incremental increase in that capital budget. That is certainly intentional, and in fact, this year, for the first time, we'll actually be able to exceed our capital budgets from 2022 and 2023. You might recall that those were the years that our capital budget included some significant funding, significant grant funding from the ARP program. So this year, we're making up that difference with the budget-funded capital, which we're happy to report. Just a few notes on our revenue items. Most importantly, this year, thanks to some very positive results of operations, we're able to anticipate another $1.3 million in fund balance as revenue to offset our appropriations. And one other minor adjustment to our revenue this year is an additional $100,000 that we're able to anticipate in our local revenues line, specifically in the interest on investments budget line. I had a very nice little graphic that talks about our replenishment of fund balance every year, but basically just want to point out that since we rely on so much fund balance to fund our budget, it's typically around 33% or so about a third of the budget. We're very careful about keeping an eye on how we regenerate that surplus every year. So just a very high level, the three main revenue streams that help us to regenerate that fund balance are our revenues in excess of amounts that we anticipate in the budget, our budget cancellations, which typically primarily is the $4 million cap-based appropriation that's in our budget. That at the end of the year flows back to fund balance, as well as our unspent appropriation reserves, which for this budget year would be the balance of our unspent dollars in the 2023 budget. So that's certainly how we make sure that we're regenerating that surplus to use. And then the last thing I'll point out is we're also adopting our golf utility budget this evening. As with the Township's budget, golf utility budget remains unchanged at $569,313. So that's what I have on adoption, and I'll turn it back over for our public hearing.
Okay, thank you. Resolution 2025-0226.
Adoption of the 2025 municipal budget and 2025 golf utility budget, and this is a public hearing.
The Township Committee of the Township of Berners declares that the statutory requirements found in NJSA 40A4-8 subsection 1.A. and 1B for posting a complete copy of the approved budget has been met, permitting the budget to be read by title. I open the public hearing. Welcome comments.
Heidelstein Riverside Drive. $48 million. And we can't get this friggin' thing to work. Back at Resolution 2025-0132, we awarded a bid for crossing guard services for $115,000. Unfortunately, we don't have your line item up here, so I'm only trying to remember what I read. I think it was $172,000 on two lines added together for 2025. I could be wrong, but I think it was that. Then again, every year, we'll say Resolution 2024-0471, that's canceling current funds for 2024. This is something we see every December where we claw back money that's not used. This is not unusual. This happens every year. It's the same amount, just about as many years. $15,000 are clawed back from the police department for crossing guards. So I don't know why we have $15,000 extra each year that we have to claw back when we're obviously not using it, and we're not using it now because we're subletting the crossing guard services somewhere else. But I'm sure this happens everywhere else on the budget where we're overdoing that. If this is something we see every year of clawing back the same amount of money, then why even have that as a budget? Cut the budget by that much. If all of a sudden something crazy happens, that's why we have a surplus to go to the surplus for that emergency. We pay almost 4% more taxes this year. And I know it's a little less than last year, but we also have to remember our property assessments all went up. And mine went up $60,000. That's $300,000 in the last 2 years. So I just wanted to point this out. I know nothing's going to be taken care of about this, and I'm sure I'm not going to get the answers I want. I'm just pointing it out. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anybody else? Close public comment. Have a motion?
Okay. I move that resolution number 2025-0226 be approved.
Second.
Discussion? Would anybody like to say something?
Yeah, I would. Thank you, Mayor. So a couple of observations. We are, as Sean said, continuing with smaller increases versus a large one. And this, is, I think, is responsible for us to do this incrementally and keep pace with what actual costs are. Overall, I had long discussions with Sean, and also all of us reviewed the budget. We didn't need to cut anything significant to meet the budget. And we are continued on focusing on improvements. A pretty significant chunk of the appropriation goes toward our road projects. And for those of you here in the room and those who might be watching live stream, we are going to be making upgrades to the Warren Craft Room's technology. So Mr. Edelstein, to your point, hopefully in the future meetings in the year, that will happen. So I think that's terrific. Around our police department, we're going to continue to have public safety initiatives, including body-worn cameras, purchase of a second drone. So that's going to continue to emphasize our importance on safety and security. The town has done a great job of managing health and benefit costs. On the average, plans are up about 16%, I think, Sean, but we've been able to keep overall employee health benefits to around 8%. So again, with strategic management. And then lastly, to the extent, as was mentioned, One of the big costs we had in the budget was the elevator, and that funding is wrapped up. So we'll look for 2025 as a completion for that. A concern I have, and I think it's shared across all municipalities, is any continued impact from federal, state, or county grants. At this point, you wouldn't see that in the budget. We track that when it comes in and it's received. So hopefully we won't see significant decreases there, but it's something we're cognizant of and would consider. And then lastly, I too want to thank Sean, Pat, the team in the finance department, and all the department heads. It's a lot of work that goes into developing the budget and to be strategic around it, and they do a terrific job. So I just want to offer my thanks to all of you for that, so thank you.
David?
Yes, well, this was my first time going through the budget, and it's pretty impressive. We're a township with no debt. We're able to balance our budget, keep the tax rate low. We have capital reserves to fall back on, which is wonderful. And the team worked hard to just keep the increase to a minimum. We had insurance increases, and we wanted to replenish some of the capital reserves. So they worked really well to do that, and I compliment them. So I just want to thank everybody who contributed to formulating this budget. Thank you.
You spoke already. You want to go again? Okay, Andrew?
Yes, I'll be very brief. I'd like to thank Sean, Pat, and all the teams that came together to put together this budget. I think it's a responsible budget. And, you know, since I've been on the Township Committee, the budget growth, which is, you know, unavoidable, has been well managed and maintained. And it stands in stark contrast with the state budget, which over the past 8 years or so has ballooned from $36 billion to $56 billion. So I think we are a standout in handling financial affairs responsibly. And I'd like to thank my colleagues on the Township Committee and all the staff who came together to put together this budget, which I'll be voting yes on. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. I too want to thank Sean and his team and Pat, and also want to thank my colleagues, because we all have to get together and figure it out. And we were all almost all on the same page, where the tax levy is the same as last year, so we didn't have to increase. That didn't need to be increased, but yet we were still able to increase our capital budget, which we've been trying to do year after year, which is very important to be able to add more money to the capital improvement. I know it's something that everyone is always interested in, especially when we spend that money on the roads and improving our roads. The commitment to fiscal responsibility by the township employees and the township committee, it's amazing how much dedication and efficiency is really put into the budget. And this is my 6th budget, and I just want to say what's important for all of us sitting up here when we're doing the budget and it finally gets done is just to be able to roll something out and present to all of you that we're proud of. And I am proud of this budget, and thankful that, like I said, we got to put more money in capital and that the levy didn't change. Because we know in certain situations, like he's mentioned the state, and you've got the school tax rate, with everything going up, we were able to maintain the tax levy. So thank you to everyone. I appreciate it and your dedication. Can I have roll call? We did the roll call.
Miss Acey?
Yes.
Miss Duarte McCarthy?
Yes.
Mr. McNally?
Yes.
Mr. Tancredi?
Yes.
Mayor Fields?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. New business, consent agenda. The items listed within the consent agenda portion of the meeting have been referred to the Township Committee for reading and study, are posted on the agenda on the website, are considered routine, and will be enacted by one motion of the Township Committee with no separate discussion. If separate discussion is required, the item may be removed from the agenda by Township Committee action and placed on the regular agenda under new business. Would anybody like anything removed? Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, Christie?
Miss Acey?
Yes.
Miss Duarte McCarthy?
Yes.
Mr. McNally?
Yes.
Mr. Tancredi?
Yes.
Mayor Fields?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 2025-0218.
Declaring May 24th as Charter Day and approval of a special event permit for Bernards Township Charter Day celebration to be held on May 17th, 2025, including street closures.
Can I have a motion?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Resolution 2025-0220.
Approval of special event permit for Bernards Township Memorial Day Parade and Memorial Service on May 26, 2025.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Ordinance 2579.
An ordinance of the Township of Bernards appropriating $6,190,591.79 for various capital improvements, and this is introduction.
Mayor, I move that ordinance number 2579 be introduced on first reading, advertised as required by law, and scheduled for a public hearing on May 27th, 2025.
Have a second?
Second.
Roll call, Christie?
Ms. Acey?
Yes.
Ms. Duarte McCarthy?
Yes.
Mr. McNally?
Yes.
Mr. Tancredi?
Yes.
Mayor Fields?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Approval of minutes 4/15/2025, open session minutes. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, Christie?
Ms. Acey?
Yes.
Ms. Duarte McCarthy?
Yes.
Mr. McNally?
Yes.
Mr. Tancredi?
Yes.
Mayor Fields?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Executive session?
None this evening, Mayor.
May I have a motion to adjourn?